Ọdịnala bụ eziokwu, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ. Ị ma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa. Kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti, n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkuzi. Eze-Ana, Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma nyeje eme ọnụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ugochitubelu, onye ọma nyeje eme ọnụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ga-adị, ugochitubelu ga-adị, ugochitubelu temple ọ ya adị. Maka na eziokwu anwa chacha, ndị ụka erighị anyị front and back, ndị oche eri anyị front and back. Faji asị kala aka ghọrị ụmụ Igbo, si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fe ka mma. Bulu Baịbụl bịa, akwụkwọ akụkọ, mepekwa chọọchị fa, okwu n'ụka bịakwa.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Ogbuefi Eze-Ana, ugochitubelu, oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi, deep consultation, bụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Bụrụkwazi onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala restoration evangelical mission. Bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me an ordinary evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. So you can call me a priest or an ordinary evangelist. Our today's topic is how to activate your inner being, the spirit. How to activate your inner being. That is the topic of today. If you pay attention today, believe in me, you will learn something that is very unique you have not heard before. Yes. But before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcement. Don't forget that this month of September is a very unique month in the temple. Month of September, exactly September 14th, is the day I watch the temple. We celebrate, children of the temple, they celebrate. So ọ bụrụ na iwe a child of the temple, echefukwana na ị ga-send your contribution, whether ma ị ma abịa annual life ma ọ bụ na ị ma abịa, echefula. Now, echefukwana na aja nke ọnwa September ka na-aga n'ihu. Ị nwere ike isonyere anyị aja a, ọkara aja mbuli elu, upliftment, breakthrough and depression. We have lots of testimony, but as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media or in Ezeoku TV. You know why? It's not necessary, not why we are here. I can tell you, we started this at almost 3 years now. We have lots of testimonies. So if you want to join us in this group rituals, what you have to do, that is Saraka. Forward your 3 prayer requests. You place it in the altar, making declaration, praying over your requests till the end of the month. What you have to do is to make token donation to the account number. If you chat me on WhatsApp, I will tell you other details we need for you in order to book. This morning I have gone to the temple to make a declaration upon the lives of those that join us. Friends of the temple, children of the temples, and our fans all over the world. On the last day of September, we visit the river with eatable things, Saraka, to offer sacrifices and do Saraka on behalf of all. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer other sacrifices, including ram ibn, to introduce some powers on behalf of all. I can tell you, now, so if you are interested or you have any question in today's lecture, Or if you are getting us from outside Africa via your television channel, either Global Television or Amazon or whatever, through Smart TV, chat me on WhatsApp 0801 08013 8243871. I repeat 0813 8243871. Mob 0805 7837672. I repeat 0805 7837672. Let's now dive into today's lecture proper. Like I told you, how to activate their inner power. Now, let me tell you this. Spirituality is one. I keep saying it. And Chukwuoke is one. These divisions you are seeing in the way of worship and spirituality is as a result of cultural differences. Yes, that is the reason why we approach spirituality from different dimensions. But know it that in spiritual realm, we are one, because spirituality is one, Chukwuoke is one. Let me tell you what will even shock you. Do you know that even in spirituality, we are in the spiritual realm where we all of us originated from? In spirituality, in the spiritual realm, we are all one. Nothing like male or female. Are you following? Yes, nothing like male or female. It's only in this gross material male and female, because we have different organs, male and female, in order to function based on our longing and their purpose while we are coming. So it's only when you are descending to this gross material world, to the material realm, you will make up your mind based on your intuition and the work assigned to you, whether you will work in pure passive or coercive nature. That will determine whether you have male organ and female organ. Are you following? Even color, even human color. God did not create white and the black or red, as you may know. They have what they call red Indians in America. But I can tell you, human color is just as a result of many factors. The environmental factor, the weather condition. Remember, we Africans originated from Egypt. Now, those areas they are living in the north, that place is very cool, the cooler region. However, we Africa, West Africa, we move towards this side. So here is hotter. However, that is one of the climate, the type of food we eat, and so many other factors make up why color differs from race to race. But in the spiritual realm, spirit is spirit, has no color. Are you following? I know some of you don't know or understand it. This is my point before now. Let me give an example. One of the ancestors of Britain is cheddar. Cheddar is not white. Yes, if you go and read the story of cheddar, cheddar is a kind of our color. He is not white. So then, but today, his offsprings are white, right? Yes. Do you know that the environmental factor, the type of food we are eating? Let me give an example. If you have an uncle, maybe your uncle is fair. Maybe that your uncle lived in foreign land, maybe lived in UK or Irish or Russia or all these countries. And because of the type of food he will start eating and the climate over there, you will agree with me that if your uncle stayed there like 10, 15 years and come back, then if you see that your uncle will be fairer. Have you noticed it? Yes, because of food and climate. And I can tell you, the case of cheddar that, according to history, that have lived in UK, Britain, almost over 10,000 years. Now, too many environmental factors and the marry and the everything change the color. So I can tell you, human color, there is no way God did not create black different. Understand? And create also is result of migration. Is as a result of migration. You understand? And remember, I have told you the story how the Asians came about. Yes. Britain and the rest of those European nations actually came about by lots of migrations. Mhm. So now even the Asians, they are the Babylonians, people known today as Babylonians, as in the Iraq, the Iran, all those that are Persia. The former name is Persia Empire. There was once a time they ruled the world. Those Persia Empire, don't forget that is Hagar, an African daughter from Egypt that got married to Abraham, that she bare a son called Ishmael. Then when Abraham casted the woman and the son away, they grow in the desert. Now, after when the Ishmael become of age, her mother Haggai, his mother Haggai, went back to Egypt to pick a wife for him. So you can see that is why the Asians like mixed blood of African and the Jewish people. They call them Asia. Are you following? So the same way, you remember even in the Bible, you will not see mention of Britain. Are you getting me? Britain and the American, you can see them in the history, in the Bible. So those continents, some of those people are just migration from here and mixed blood and rest of them. That is how they came about. Are you following? So why you know why I digressed a little to tell you that spirituality is one. The spirit in me is the same spirit. The spark of God in you is the same spark of God that is in the white man. Sometimes some of you will be arguing that why is it that corruption and the way of life and this all this is environmental factor. Let me tell you, if we live in abroad, some of our brothers that live in a developed world where there is indiscipline. Now, where there is they have war against indiscipline. Where there is a decent society where people live and they be on the queue, even on ATM machine. We see our attitude. We're always in a hurry. If you are being trained, maybe you live abroad in a good society, believe me, your behavior will change. Yes. So if you see some of your uncle that lived in UK or in America for 20 years, once the person come back to Nigeria and see how people normally like to cut corners, people will say, wow, is it how people live here? Are you seeing? So the mentality will start to change. It's because of corruption. There's the way we live high life here, survival of the fittest, that many people behave the way they behave. That is the thing. So I can tell you that original is not how the spiritually, it's not how we are trained. It's over time environmental factor. Everybody want to embezzle money. You will see somebody enter government, they start to embezzle money. Understand? But originally is not in us. That's what I'm saying. It's not in us. So sometimes some people will see that others have committed the same crime and go scot-free. Person would like to do like that. So what are my points there is that in spirit is spirit. It's environmental factor that will make your child to become misbehaving. Let me give you an example. You see your child born maybe lack of good training. He will begin to follow people that smoke igbo or smoke make use of mkpuru. That child will begin to behave like them. But originally it wasn't like that. Maybe he raised that child in an environment where they have miscreants everywhere. Are you following? So environment can actually change. So even in character and color. That's what I want to tell you. But originally, the spiritual spark is one. That's even why let me quote this place in Bible. Jesus was asked, on the judgment day, there is a woman that got married to 7 brothers. This one will marry the woman, the man dies, another person will remarry the woman, all like that. 7. I know you have come across the story in the Bible. And they asked Jesus at the last day, who will this woman as in be his wife? He now told them that in the spiritual realm, so you can see it in the spiritual realm, nothing like man or woman. All of us are there as a spirit. It's only to live in this gross material of multiplication, and they go and dominate and they multiply. That we need organ of man and woman. Are you following? So do you know why I digress a little? For you to understand that spirit is spirit. Are you following? So we don't know why I told you all these things. Why I told you all these things for you to understand that there is nothing different between Igbo spirituality, Hinduism, Shintoism, Muslims, and all this religion has so many things in common. It's only more the core belief are one. It's only minor human input, maybe because of culture and whatever that differs. Mano Fuchuku Kaini, because it's only one power. However, Chukwu created one power. People that study metaphysics understand it perfectly well. That it's only one power. However, people can abuse that power, take that power either for good or for bad. However, how you use that power and what you use that power to do is your own cup of tea. And you definitely give account how you use that your power, whether you use that power to elevate man or you use that power for downfall of man. Are you following? So that one is what we give account, how you abuse power entrusted to you. Now, what I want to tell you today is that spirituality is one. Igbo spirituality, you that are a newcomer, and today I really want to talk to any seekers only. Today I really want to talk to newcomers, new seekers in Igbo spirituality, that people that came back to Ordinary newly, they really want to know their left and right. Look, Igbo spirituality is not all about natural aja, gbuo ọkụkọ, gbuo ewu, gbuo efi, taa anụ. No. Igbo spirituality is deeper than what you think. Igbo spirituality has the other side of spirituality in it. The Echu Ajani Mesalaka is another part. But the spiritual part of it is activating the inner power in you. Activating the inner power in you. Let me tell you, I have told you times without number that you are two, the spiritual you and the physical you. And that is your spiritual you must be activated. And I will tell you some certain things you'll be doing in order to activate that your spiritual power in you, which is your spiritual you, which is the core you. Yes, if you activate that your inner spirit, you will find out that you become a new person. Your spiritual vibration will change, your radiation, your aura and everything will change. And by so day you will be able to operate in a higher frequency. You are no longer a carnal man that you used to be. You can only be a carnal man when you live the life of guys, you are living life of drinking and marrying. So that is a carnal lifestyle. But in Igbo spirituality has the element of spirituality in it. That element that we always activate that inner you. That is what we want to teach you in Igbo spirituality. The Igbo spirituality is not all about just going back and one man. Yes, our forefathers did not explain this very well in detail because of the way our system that time used to be mouth-to-mouth system. We don't have the way we have it now, educative system. Our fathers normally that time speaking more of parables. But in the world we are living now, children of nowadays, 21st century, they are more practical. They want you to explain those things in detail. That is why some of the things they told us when we are growing, some of those things, they speak in parables, and people do not understand it. Like example, they will just tell you that time, now why another at the end, but they will not tell you why a woman should not climb a tree. Understand? People don't understand it. It's not all about because of nakedness, no. because after all, women used to wear pants or wear tights and whatever. No, yes, because why they are saying it, because they wanted to portray a point that it's a taboo for a woman to climb another woman. Yes, because lesbianism is a taboo in Igbo spirituality. So they will just tell you in fiat as why another at the end. Are you following? But I can tell you why a woman is not permitted to climb is because those trees here that bear fruit, what normally make people to climb trees is in search of the fruits there. So any fruit, any tree that bears fruit is feminine. So for another feminine to climb another feminine is a taboo. So I just use this one as an example to protest my point that olden days our forefathers speak more of parables. But nowadays we need to, if it's one of my friends say coagulate it, we need to explain it in a way that people will understand why this is this or why that is that. Are you following? So what I want to tell you that in Igbo spirituality has the meditation, the spiritual angle. One, you should know that there is this inner power in you and you must activate it. And for you to activate it, there is some certain things you need to be doing because spirituality is one. What are those things? Those things is time. That's why even if you go to Ummo, they will tell you silence please. There's some Ummo you go. They will tell you at this particular point, remove your footwear. You know why they ask you to remove footwear? Yes. Remember, even in the Bible, in the Old Testament, you see where Moses was like a burning bush, and he was told to remove his shoes that where he standing is the holy ground. Are you following? So, in Igbo spirituality, based on our culture, those sacred places we consecrated them. That this particular arena is a sacred arena. That's why if you are going to Gummo at a particular place, about to Ebo, where are Ebo? Those that's once you are crossing it, you see where they put something above you. It's like scanning machine. Once you reach there, you remove your slippers. It's because where you are about to enter is a sacred place, and as a sacred place, you need to absorb. You need to absorb all the land vibrations in order to remain connected with the power behind it. Are you following? Haven't you noticed that if you see like onye na-eti mmọnwụ, ụfọdụ n'ime ha ga-agba akwụkwọ nkịtị. One of the reasons is that onye gba akwụkwọ nkịtị be connected to the land, absorb the natural current. Now, on a very good day, as long as ị na-emegide mmadụ ekwesịrị ịkụwa ọgwụ ọba. Because onye na-akụwa ọgwụ na-akụ ana ọgwụ because you remain connected with the powers of the land. Are you following? The same thing we ihe na-emekwa. Ị nwere ike ịfụ like ọwụrụ ijego ebe a na-eme agwụ ofu dibịa na-eme agwụ. Ịfụ na that point in time ọ na-eme agwụ anwa na oyiri akpụ ụkwụ n'ụkwụ. If you reason, mgbe anwụ ya afụ onwe gị ọpụta ka ọ bịa gbaa egwu oyiri akpụ ụkwụ n'ụkwụ. Akpụ ụkwụ ahụ oyiri n'ụkwụ bụ he try to absorb the power. Ị na-akụ ya ọgwụ ọnọ ka ị na-akụ ana because he remain connected with the land. Some of you, I don't understand why those things are like that. But I can tell you, it's just to connect with the power. What you hear, nothing the market like footwear, the market you and the power, so that you'll be able to absorb the power to the fullest. Now, there is in spirituality, there are so many things you can do to be absorbing the power. Not only just with that footwear, depend on the current you want to absorb. We have so many currents. I have told you before now that for you to absorb powers, that's why you should have time for your spiritual exercise. Time you cleanse yourself up. Whether you use water, when you na kwa aka ụtụtụ, abrugbo nna mmadụ tata ụlọ ojekwa aka ụtụtụ maka ihi njekọta ụmụ mmụọ gị na ha kere n'abalị ojekwa aka ụtụtụ ọ ịsa ahụ better. Now, before you approach okwu mmụọ gị ma ọ bụ ebe holy places, you use those ọjị to jụcha ahụ gị ma ọ bụ na-esara ahụ. The same thing, the same way, have you not seen these our Muslim brothers before they pray for them to connect with Chukwu, they will first cleanse their body. Yes, That's one of the ways people activate their mood. Yes. So remember, even when we are going to Catholic, those of Catholic days, we will normally say, Ụkọchukwu ga-asị, welite na obi unu elu, anyị ewelitego obi anyị elu n'ebe Chukwu nọ. Are you following? They are trying to connect you and unseen forces. And that is the reason why sometimes we see them, even if Father wants to celebrate Mass, you first of all bring this frankincense. Bring frankincense, then you will now start to give a frankincense around the altar. You understand? What he's trying to do that time to attract other unseen forces to join in MMA Mass. Are you following? So what I can tell you that in spirituality, you are connected to the sun on Yabatana. That is why if you go to a Ridibia shrine or temple, you will see what you call Anyanwu na Eze-Ana. Ebe a dọrọ Anyanwu na Eze-Ana. Ụfọdụ na-akpọkwa ya, ịkpọkwa ya Anyanwu na-abara the side Imo. So where that thing you see like something like flag. If you go to Ugochitubelu temple, you will even see it. Something like flag. That normally has billows. Then underneath you will see something like cock. That is where they anchor the sun. Yes, that is one. That is one. Another thing is that Igbo spirituality believe that Ikanyanwu. That is why some people na-agba afa nwere ike sing some might tell you that once Anyanwu dara na ha dị agbasi afa. Are you following? Because the Anyanwu adago. Are you following? Some will like daytime, prefer daytime. So we make use of the sun. Then again, I have told you times without number that if you want to make meditation, face the east. Face the east. Yes. By facing the east, you'll be able to connect absorb the supernatural power because Anyanwu will engage you. And the east remain the east, whether there is sunset, whether it's sun or not. So that is why even if you have lived in the north or Muslim community, you will agree with me that sometimes they wake up early in the morning around kind 5, 6, they pray. There's no sun that time, but they still face the east. You will also agree with me if you have stayed in the Muslim community that they do pray around between 7 and 8. That time there's no sun, but they still face the east. That's to show you that east remains east. If you're also observant, you will notice that world temples normally face the east. Yes, Ugochitubelu temple face the east. Yes, that is how it's structured. Even the new proposed place of worship of what an restoration evangelical mission, the proposed land where we build it, we still face the east. Are you following? So there's a reason for that. Because by so doing, the altar will be able to connect with the sun. And whenever you face the altar, you already face the east. Get why? Now let's now proceed. So what I can tell you, always create time you face the east. Yes. Whether you're outside or inside your room, because 4 corners of your room, one side face the east. So always make use of it. I keep saying it. That is not enough for you to always blame your dibia. The dibia is like your attorney, your lawyer, to present your case, to defend you in court. However, the final judge remains the final avatar that will determine how the case will go. Your lawyer can make your case, good case for you. But the person that will determine the final thing is the judge. Are you following? So what I can tell you is that in as much as your spiritualist is still doing that for your own end, are you following? Now, what I can tell you is that always make out time for a spiritual exercise. Then I will give you some tips that will help you. Those tips that will help you that make out time for spiritual exercise. That is meditation. Meditation, very important. World over, every spiritual sect has atom of meditation in it. Is it our Muslim brothers? You see those chaplains, they pray. That chaplain is for you to concentrate in that what you are saying. By so you doing, so that you will not be distracted by earthly things, maybe your shop or your business. The same thing, Garlic. If they are praying their chaplets, is for you to be meditating in what they call Ifomili. Because in each decade they have Ifomili. They say Ifomili from Keto. Are you following? So all those things they want you to be meditating on that instead of meditating on your shop or whatever challenges you have back home. Are you following? The same thing with other spiritual set that I will not like to start calling their names. But I can tell you, if you have read so many spiritual books, you will see that there is atom of time for meditation, quiet time, and silent zones. If you have visited some temple, I am also opportunity to have visited some temples, world temples. Some of these world temples, once you visit them, you see some where they put signboard, silent zone. Have you visited some temples? You see in some certain areas, there's silent zone. No noise is needed. You see people normally go to such areas to pray. Because prayer, you need to be concentrated. So the same thing with your Igbo altars, Igbo shrines. If you noiseless, if you must talk, you talk it in a manner that the next person will, is only the person you are talking to will hear it. Are you following? So silent time. So if you must talk, you talk very low. So spirituality is one. So even if you are an Igbo spiritual person, practicing Igbo spirituality, pay attention to spiritual rules. This I want to tell you, I'm talking about now. You have to have time with your time to recharge your inner self. Because if your inner self, and once you recharge your inner self, you will see that you have to grow fear. If you're a newcomer in Ordinarians and they are still always fear of somebody that can kill the flesh, you have not started. So the first thing you will conquer is conquering fear. Very important. Then after conquering fear, you will begin to grow your inner self. Inner spirit must be grown. And by growing the inner self, it will make you to be operating in a different frequency. You are no longer operating in that low vibrations. Where you can say that somebody but if you go to higher frequency, you are no longer operating in a shallow frequency. Therefore, you and your enemies are no longer operating in the same realm. So therefore, whatever they are doing there is very minimal. So that is why you need to always activate their inner being and understand the principle of natural laws. Don't harm anybody. Don't use your good position to suppress others. Once whatever you don't do, you do not sow, can never continue. It's natural laws. Again, I want to advise you, there are some certain things you can be doing, some small devotion you can do. You must have time for your spiritual meditation. Set aside. When you always go to your inner chamber and make a quiet environment and make some supplications. Very important. Then again, let me tell you another thing you can do, Remember these 3 o'clock prayers. The Catholics normally call the hour of divine mercy. Believe in me, has been in existence. Catholics are not there. They will tell you about Sister Faustina. Sister Faustina is not the person that found it. It has been in existence, even in ancient books. Quote me. In the Egyptian ancient book, we were told about 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is actually time to buttress my point more. Remember in the Bible, why I want to quote Bible, I want to use what you know. In the ancient time, remember when we were told that Jesus met a woman that had been sick for 38 years. And this woman staying very close to a pool of Bethesda. And asked the woman, we are staying close to a pool of Bethesda. Why is it that you have been sick for all these young years? Why is it that you have not entered the water to be healed? Although there is a time the angels of God normally come down to turn around the water. Whoever that first entered that water got healed. The woman said that he doesn't have anybody. That before she will manage to get up, people that have somebody must have entered there through the help of others. So that is why she was still there over all these long years. To show you that there is a time, the hour of mercy. There is time that they don't get to heavenly forces so 3 o'clock remain, whether it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., any 3 is a clock. Have you asked yourself why is it in Igbo spirituality we say have you asked yourself why we make use of 3 as a kenga? Have you asked yourself why is it that anything over ito? As in na Peter are you following? Are you following that some in Igbo spirituality once mmadụ gosi na n'ime na nke bụ mee nke tọrọ nke tọ n'ọga because of 3, the power of 3 is a unique number. Are you following? So if you can be making use of the AM or PM, very okay. Then let me give you another instances how you can still do your meditation for 9 hours. Yes, you can. And the Latin na novon. Back is what are the word of novena. You understand? Yes, because spirituality is one. So and that novon is no, it means 9. Back is what novena mass or novena prayer. So what I can tell you that you can actually make this prayer, yes, for 9 hours. Yes, it helps a lot. I want to tell you all this principle is what I have done, and I want you to be doing it because it's the real how to activate their inner powers, and it will catapult you to a height that will even surprise you. You can do what we are called 9 hours prayers. You go more. It works like magic. Maybe if there is a special time, maybe you are not working, maybe you are time that normally you have your free time, you can set up a 9 hours prayer. Yes, it go more for 9 hours. Yes, you can even add it up a little bit faster if you can. Remember, whatever you deny yourself to achieve greater height is what doing. Are you following? So fasting is not only on or done by the Christians. No, fasting is a way of denying yourself some certain things in order to activate yourself, because also on way that are is also there are some certain things that is our right, and we normally deny it to ourselves. That why we deny ourselves some of these privileges is to activate that our inner us. Are you getting? So all that's so that is it. This act of denying yourself what is your right in order to activate your inner being. That's why whenever you fast, you activate your inner being. So it's also very important if you can. And the if you do any kind of fasting, after fasting, that money you save by not eating, you can use it to sow a seed. You can use it for charity. You can use it for saraka. You can use it for so many things. There are some certain people that lives abroad, maybe in the environment where they are living, they don't have beggars, they don't have real downtrodden, that we really appreciate such gifts. Some of them normally send to the temple for saraka of of the sort. Now, you can do it anyhow you want it, but the most important thing is that it will be better if after fasting, you are not fasting because you don't have food. You are fasting that you have this thing, but you want to deny it yourself. So sometimes after fasting, that's food or money equivalent you would have consumed within those hours. You can give it out. Are you following? It will help you a lot. Now, how to fast is that let's say you start by 6 o'clock. By 6 on the dot, you will not eat anything till you close it for 9 hours. By that 6 o'clock, you get up, make your prayers, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes. You close, you go back. Even if you want to stay there, no problem. But make sure you don't sleep, will not carry you. In next 7 o'clock, you come back. Make your prayer, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as case may be, go back. 8 o'clock, you come back. Do the same thing. 9 o'clock, you come back. 10 o'clock, you come back. 12 or 11, 12, just like that till 3 o'clock. After that 3 o'clock prayers, you close. You have seen that you have made 9 hours prayers. You work like magic, I can tell you. I'm going to give you those tips of what worked for me. And I have taught it to one of my children and they did it and it perfectly. Because don't want you to photo. So make it 9 hours. If you have a special request you want to do, you can, if you have your altar or whatever, write down your prayer request that I'm doing this particular 9 hours prayers for fasting for so reason. Yes. After doing it, then don't make sure you have a gift. What you deny yourself that you will give out to the less privileged. It could be money. It could be eatable things. Yes, like I told you before, some people that stays abroad normally they don't have some of the places they can give them of those things. Some people normally send it down. We use it to do saraka. Yes, and so many other things. So what I can tell you that, but if you are living in an environment where you can do it yourself, then I can tell you whatever that food you deny yourself that time, you can take it or money equivalent and give it to that to the downtrodden. It will go a long way. So I have told you how to do these 9 hours prayers. You can be doing it from time to time. Yes. Then after that one, once you finish it at the 3 o'clock, first of all take water. After taking water, if you have food, you can take your food. After food, then you can eat solid food. You work like magic. Are you following? Mm-hmm. So you can be doing it from time to time. This particular thing I told you now, very important. So then you create time for your own spiritual exercise. I have told you that one before now. You can create your spiritual exercise if you can be doing this one daily. Very important. Daily. You must have time, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of your time to connect yourself to your spiritual forces in order to be recharged. Are you following? So if you are doing all those things and after that have time for meditation, at the end of the day, talking with your spiritual forces, tell them that at the end of the day, tell them that they should tell you what you need to know and what you must do. You pay attention and listen to inner advice. Believe in me, if you do these things very well without being disturbed by environment or whatever, it's either you start noticing this inner core in you begin to speak to you. That voice that you say is tiny need to be a little bit louder. Or you can begin to hear voice or intuition begin to talk to you. Or some will be carried maybe by sleep. You go what we call soul travel, or for some call it astral travel. But whatever I call it, the most important thing is that you go into trance. Maybe it's more dozen of maybe 5 minutes. You see some certain things like a picture, like a movie. Or maybe some will even carry sleep, total sleep will even carry you. Then you have this thing that will so real. Are you following? Some of these things is what you need to do because your inner vibration need to be high. Because if your inner vibration is very high, some of these projections people normally project and they cast spell on you. You know how to cast spell on somebody. Some people can cast small spell with using small. Some will use ordinary baby, some will use ordinary lizard, some will use small thing and name those things after your name and project it. Some way came out maybe using baby to represent you. All those things is spell casted, but the vibration is always low. If you have already gone to a higher level, I can tell you those projected vibration will never catch you. But if you are still operating in a lower frequency, lower vibration, the same frequency with the person that casted that spell on you, it will catch you. Yes. So all those things is what you need to know that normally happen to people. So all these things is what you need to know. So let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, but what I can tell you, always go spiritual. Whatever thing you can do, spiritualize it. Even if you are giving alms, even if you are doing some certain house chores and or maybe you are going in the environment and you see some bottle or nails that can wound somebody, take it to a safer place. Yes, spiritualize it. That work you do is called charitable work or joyful activity. Spiritualize it. Some of those things you do selflessly for the benefit of others is joyful activities or joyful act, whatever you call it. But spiritualize it. I can tell you, whatever good you have done for the benefit of all, believe in me, you benefit it. The spirit can never owe you. However, it's because some of those things you are doing, you don't know how to spiritualize it. You don't know how to tap the benefit of the goods you have done. So let me stop here. If you have any question to this lecture, then or you want to watch it again, maybe you are following me from Ezeoku TV or whatever. If there is any lecture you hear on this channel, you want to hear it again, they are all in my personal YouTube channel, Ogbuefi and Ugochitubelu. Go there, you will watch it again. Let me stop here. If you have any question to this lecture, chat me on WhatsApp. Huh? Or you want us to consult deep alpha for you, chat me on WhatsApp also. 0805 7837 672. I repeat 0805 7837 672 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. I'm going to always do it. I'm going to know you. Remain blessed.